Okay, so evil is difficult, if not impossible, to talk about because it doesn't exist in the same sense that darkness doesn't exist. Because, well, that's basically without a reason. There's no reason for anything fundamental. So, basically, fucking evil is the absence of light. So there's nothing much you can say about it. And light is consciousness. And consciousness is awareness. And awareness is I don't really know what it is. But I've heard that focus is the opposite of meditation. And I'm starting to think that awareness and focus remind me of the same word. And that's kind of confusing because I'm thinking that awareness means focus. But I've also heard that, I mean, awareness is like big focus, like your overall focus. And I've heard that focus is the opposite of meditation. So maybe that means that when your focus is narrowed down, that is the same as your awareness being narrowed down, which would explain why scientists are very biased. And it's paradoxical and inexplicable because a scientist would be the least biased person in the world. But notoriously, scientists are full faggot retards. Like, they'll be like, oh, excuse me, I just built a nuke. Please don't use it. I can't believe what I did. Scientists suck. Why do scientists suck? Because their attention, their focus is very narrow. Within their field, they are not biased at all. Within their tiny, narrow, biased, um, needle dick focus. But if they had a larger focus, then they'd be balanced and mature and wise and uh, lovable. And so I guess that makes sense. That's what meditation is. It's making your focus wider, making your focus broader, so that it goes to all different aspects of your life, to your intelligence, to your health, to your emotions. It's bigger than any one aspect of yourself. Or it connects every aspect of yourself, or something like that. I don't exactly know how to explain it, but it's there with everything, every part of yourself, every part of everything is conscious. Even the air is conscious. It doesn't have a way of expressing itself. The air doesn't have a mouth to express itself. It doesn't have a brain to express itself. It doesn't think in brain terms. It's not going to go and do a whistle at you and go, yep, that's right. Right when you say, I think the wind is conscious, and right at that moment, it's going to whistle at you and go, yep, that's right. It's not going to do that. It's not thinking in a brain human sort of way. It doesn't have a brain to think, but its consciousness is the same as yours. And so evil is just the lack of that. It's just blindness. Just imagine someone driving blind on the highway. And their method of dealing with it, oh, ouch, car accident, ouch, ouch. Their method of dealing with it is they just get dynamite and they just keep flicking it in front of their car, just blowing up anything in front of them, like a video game. Like, clear out the door in front of us. Send the tomahawks in. That's all they do. And they're just gathering force. And there's some weird law of existence, crabs in a bucket law, where to pull someone down, you need 1 unit of strength. And to be creative and a good person, you need 10 units of strength. So all the fucking crab people, they just need 10% of the strength to actually make something of themselves. They just need to have 10% of the strength just to pull down the actual successful person. And I saw this on this Underbelly show, The Great White Underbelly. There's a sex PhD guy studying the sexes. And there was this show called Survivor where they had the men versus the women. And the men would beat the women in every single one. Every single one. Like, it wasn't even close. So the women went to the men, to the low status men. And they said, look, you guys are going to be next. Okay, we can't compete with these big, huge, thick ropes of cum kind of ejaculation type alpha males. Thick ropes. Drenching all the way from the chin to the back of the part of my hair, the back of my head. Fucking thick ropes kind of guys. Okay, we can never compete with these guys, these brainiacs, these big fucking brawny, like those two big hunky brothers in the Facebook movie. Row that boat. Okay, we can never compete with these guys. But, you know, you guys can sabotage them. You're on, because after they beat us, they're going to come for you. So join us now. Join us, helpless, poor women now. Sabotage these successful, thick ropes guys. Sabotage them now, and then you'll have a fair fight, at least against us in the end. Let's take out the successful, productive men, and we'll have only women will decide what a successful man can be in society. And could you imagine what it would be like if a man decided what a woman is supposed to be like in society? And in today's society, it's a woman who decides what a man is supposed to be like. And so anything that's masculine is condemned. And if you treat a masculine man like he's of value, you're seen as a rapist or something to that effect. You're seen as a heretic, as the worst crime. What's the worst crime you can accuse someone of? That's what you're going to be accused of. Really, it's a heretic. You have to value the cartel, the sexual cartel. If you treat a man like his masculinity is good, you've betrayed women themselves, and you need to be killed. Basically, that's the whole game. That's the whole game. And then the weak people, the ugly women and the weak men, they are the, you know, thin threads of cum kind of people who make the rules. And these are the movies, the video games. If you look at the thickness of cum of the regular movie. Okay, look at the thick ropes of something like The Shawshank Redemption or the old video games. It's rare to have a good piece of art these days. Everyone says that, but it's and maybe it's always true. Maybe things are always getting worse and worse. In my day, things were better, and now it's, you know, we're just devolving and devolving. And so when you meet someone nice, this is the thing that the sex guy was saying. As a woman, you have to give the man sex, and then he's going to feel safe to talk to you. You have to start the initiation with sex. 100% of the time, basically. This is statistically true. And not literally, but basically, roughly statistically true. 100% of the time when women go up to men and say, would you like to have sex? The man will say yes. I don't know you, but yes. Most men will have sex on the spot with most women. 100% of the time, and this is very literally true, the woman will say no. So it's the woman's job to initiate the sex. with the man. And he can't feel comfortable. This is what this sex guy was saying. He can't feel comfortable, and I understood this completely. This felt very true. He can't feel comfortable giving anything to her until she's offered that. And it's like, yeah, of course. Like, of course. Like, what are you, fucking insane? Like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Like, are you fucking insane? Like, you couldn't... I don't know. You couldn't disturb me anymore. I've already been... But someone doesn't know that. If anything could disturb me, someone doesn't know that. That could almost disturb me, I think. Well, people don't know that. It seems like people don't know that. But some people do know that. When you find someone who does know that, that's pretty fucking cool. It's scary though. But it doesn't have to be. That's the thing about evil. It doesn't exist, but I did have something I want to say about it. It can bring you down a lot if you engage with it. If you engage with turning a blind eye. I don't really know how I'm explaining this in terms of it not existing. But I have like real world experience. I mean, like getting involved with people who have not your like way of seeing things, and you trust them, and they're gonna try to convince you. They know that you don't see things their way, and they're gonna really try to convince you to see things their way. It matters to them that you see things their way. And for you, that's not even a big deal. You're not even that kind of person. Like, if someone doesn't see things your way, you're not like, excuse me, but I really need you to see things my way. So when someone insists that you see things their way, you project. You don't realize that some people are bent out of shape. They have issues. So you project that people are like you. And if someone is really insisting that much, there must be some kind of reason for it. And of course, they're going to supply you with that reason. The reason's not going to make sense, but they're going to present it with the emotions. The emotions that they're going to present behind it are going to be as if that reason makes sense. And they're going to put a lot of emotions into that reason. And it's going to be fucking retarded, like so retarded that only a woman can say it. Like that kind of retarded. And they're going to put a lot of fucking emotions into it. And you just have to do this thing. You have to believe it. You have to just please just go just do this. Okay, just go to the classes, okay? Please just go to the classes. Just all I'm asking, just try it once. Just try it once, you never have to go back. Okay, they're gonna grind on you like that. And the whole time you're going, this is fucking retarded. This is fucking stupid. But they're gonna keep grinding and grinding and grinding, and finally you're gonna go to the classes. And you're gonna say, the real dialogue is gonna be, this is easier to go to the classes. And the way you're gonna say that is the way you're gonna say, I surrender, please stop hurting me, I'll go to the classes. The way that you're gonna say that, you're gonna pronounce it differently. You're gonna say, I think it worked. I feel better now, thanks. That's the way you're gonna say, help me, please. Is anyone seeing what's going on here? Help me, please. Okay, the way you're gonna pronounce that is, thanks, these classes are great. I'm having a good time. Do you think we should stop in at Chipotle later? Did you know you can get a huge burrito by just asking for an extra piece of pita bread and a side of rice for $1? You could pretty much get an extra burrito for $1.29. I feel great. Thank you. Thank you again. No, I know. I didn't want to bring it up more, but honestly, I couldn't even enjoy this burrito if it wasn't for going to my classes every week. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you have this weird fucking like stigma or stigmata, some kind of schism, some kind of like mental retardation that lives inside of you, like a married dude. You know, where the person hates you, Or you live with someone who wants to kill you. Or you live with someone who literally is imagining you dying every day. They're hoping. They're actually hoping that you die. They're hoping that you're not going to come home that night. And so you're living with that schism. Like, oh, really? Like, that's the person making my food? Like, they actually want me to die? Like, they're fucking, you know, they want to cheat on me really bad, or they are cheating. Or even cheating aside, just the fact that they hate me. You know, that's pretty weird. Okay, it's one of those weird things. It doesn't sit right. You have to make some kind of patch, some kind of mental armor in your mind where you're in your safe zone. You're compartmentalized. You've shut everything out. That's what your special drugs are for. Or your weird perversion. Or whatever the fuck that empties you and releases you. And what's up with that? You know, blocking energy, emptying it, and releasing it? Get it out! Empty it, block it, release it. It seems a pretty anti kind of attitude. I mean, there's a clear indication that a premature ejaculator is a faggot. Right? I mean, in the zoo, all the animals, most of them, are going to become gay, the males. Don't you think that the weaker ones are going to be the more pre-ejaculatory types? Could be wrong here, but in a way we have a freedom. For example, as a woman, if you're not targeted and you treat a man like you love him and respect him, then you're ostracized. You're basically like a heretic. Like you're basically an Israeli. Like you're not welcome anywhere in the world. Just you better die. That's how people are going to treat you. Now, speaking of the Israelis, I think that that is a distraction. I think the Israelis are being controlled by the same people who control every other country in the whole world. Not just in the world, but in the whole world. The whole entire world. Not just every country, but every country in the world. Just in case that wasn't clear to you. And they do these wars as a distraction from gang stalking. Now, maybe that's a bit narcissistic way of looking at it. Everything's about gang stalking. That's how I see it, though. And it's not just a distraction, but an enforcement. It's look at what happens if you don't comply. We're going to show you the extent of what we can do. With that, you know that no one's safe. And so you better do what we say. Okay, so if you're not targeted, you're subject to that. And one of the rules is the sexual cartel, that you can't treat a man like he matters. And so the way that you do that as a woman is by giving the man sex. You give him sex, he gives you love. That's the exchange. And first you give him the sex, then he gives you the love. That's the exchange. Just like you meet in a public place. You don't meet in an alleyway. Okay, he's not going to be able to take advantage of you. First, you give him the sex, so that way you can't take advantage of him. He needs to know that you're not going to take advantage of him. That's why he meets you in a public place, so that he can't take advantage of you. He needs the sex first, so that you can't take advantage of him. That's like a safety thing. That's like a basic... You should be fucking retarded if you don't know that. That's like basic safety. That's like safety 101. You don't talk to strangers. Okay, you don't talk to strangers. You're not a stranger with you if you have sex with someone. Okay, you make sure that you're not a stranger to the guy. You make sure that the guy loves you. You don't want your husband to be a stranger. A gang stalker once said to me, "I don't even sing around my husband." Okay, you don't want your husband to be a stranger. If you treat your husband like he matters, like he's a person, you're going to be targeted, basically. And as someone who's targeted, you can be natural. You can treat a human being like a human being. And I think that's pretty cool. And I saw this guy on this YouTube short, and he was very bear-like. He probably weighed 270 pounds. He looked like he worked out. He looked like he lived in a comfortable middle-class neighborhood, like an IT tech guy or something, like a bear, closet gay. I don't know if he was gay or not. He seemed very nervous, like he was about to start crying. Very effeminate. He reminded me of a bear gay, a big cuddly bottom. And so he's almost crying, and he's getting all upset. And he's saying, "The HOA sent me these letters, and I've just been playing with them." And he's like, "The HOA sucks. I've just been playing with them. They're trying to buy my property." And so I send them back these ridiculous offers, like 2 times what they ask, 2 times what they offer. And, I'm just kind of teasing them. And right away, this is so gay. This whole thing is so gay. And right away I'm going, oh my God, this guy is part of a whole network of faggots that I'm not part of that network anymore. And I was like really upset about that, because it kind of sucks. Like, because everyone's a faggot, so you can't even go to the store because they're going to like be mean to you everywhere you go. But at the same time, it's like, this is the cult that I've gotten out of. This guy is the perfect representation, because he's posing as a controlled opposition kind of underdog. He's going, "The HOA, I hate them. I'm just teasing them because they're such fucking jerks," sending them back these ridiculous offers to see what they'll say back, just to see how stupid they are. That's kind of the angle he's posing. And then he gets really serious, and he's almost crying, and he's like, "And now they just said that they might actually accept my offer." Or no, that's not why he started crying, sorry. He said he's on the member of some board, and they already got the zoning for his house, even though he didn't sell his house. I'm sorry for lying to you a minute ago, too, and being like, that's, saying what he said when that's not what he said. But anyways, he found out that they had already got the zoning rights to his property to build the thing that they want to build, as if he had sold his land, as if he had sold his property to them. And he was really upset. He's just like fuming mad about it. And it's like, this guy can't even say that 2019 was a mass murder. This guy can't even say something that basic. He can't say, and the police are human traffickers. and he has like, 100,000 subs or a million subs or something, he can't just say, and the police are human traffickers, and so is the fire chief. Hey, the fire chief and the chief of police in your town is a human trafficker, and so is the fire chief. He can't. And 2019 was a mass murder. It was the biggest mass murder in recorded history. He couldn't say that. He's crying. He's almost crying about complaining about the HOA. He's like, and then I was jacking off the HOA, and right as it was coming down my throat, I told him not to, and it came in my eye. And he starts crying. And he's representing the underdog. He's the proletariat or whatever. He's the fucking common people. He's representing the underclass. This big butch fucking faggot with a wife and a kid. And he's the guy. Huh. Yeah. Right, yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah, out of that club, you know? That guy, when I show up in his neighborhood, he gets a warning about me. He's like, oh, let's go show this Z-Bubs. Let's go show Z-Bubs who's in charge in this town. Okay, yeah, you're in charge. How's that working out for you? You're in charge of the whole world? How's it working out for you? Are you really in control? I mean, not to get all fucking zen over here, but if you're really in control, can you make that fly land on the wall right now? No, but I could shoot the fly. But can you make the fly land on the wall? Can you make the fly land on your foot right now? I mean, your control is very fucking puny. It's very try-hard. It's very retarded. It's intellectually retarded. It's intellectual and it's retarded. It's spiritually retarded. That's what I meant to say. Intellectual retardation is when your intellect is so self-defeating that you build something that destroys yourself. Using your own intelligence to destroy yourself. Because you're some other kind of retarded. On some other level, you hate the whole thing to begin with, your entire life. Being intelligent doesn't make you like your life. And then, what is intelligence? If you don't even like your life, can you really be called intelligent? Or is that just intellectualism? So an intellectual retard is someone who builds a nuke, destroys everything. They don't have the sense to smell a flower, or to just relax, or to hold their energy in a way where they enjoy breathing, where life is mysterious to them and feels euphoric and like something's happening. Okay, good morning. It's fucking Sunday afternoon. Might be Sunday evening. Let me check. That's afternoon sunlight. I'm anxious. I wish that it translated to a huge raging boner, like how some people talk about in the movies. Oh, I have a nervous boner. Not in my case. Unless, of course, it's exactly my case and I'm embarrassed about it. In which case, you wouldn't know because I have a strap on my leg that attaches to a foreskin restoration device that goes on my foreskin, which keeps my, you know, erection tucked down the side of my leg. And it's friggin' raging right now. I'm fucking hard as a rock, dripping pre-cum as I speak. And this is for my girlfriends. I want to get you maximum wet so that you're dripping and dripping so that you don't even have a fucking hot water bill, because I know it's tough for a TI. So you're in the bathtub, obviously. You don't want to get your hardwood floors stained. And you'll be filling up that tub, bubble bath style, queefing out, squirt, fucking hot air tub or whatever, jacuzzi style, within a couple minutes. Because I'm rock hard right now. Seriously. I'm not joking. I'm fucking rock hard. And I got this way for you. I wanted to do some smooth talk for you. Get you real fucking soaking. And, I have to be showing love to my bros, too. So we got some Grand Theft Auto. And we got some science talk about the science of the spirit. Now, we know the bros want to get into the gospel. Okay, we know that's what we're waiting for. On the bros, okay, on the women's side, we're going to talk about our hair. We're going to talk about what our diet is. Very tangible things. The neighbors. What's going on at the shop, the sale, things that are very local, down to earth, okay? We're going to keep earthly with our feminine side. But as a man, we want to talk about something completely unrelatable. Something far, far unreachable in the sky. Something that we can, you know, defer our entire life to. That our entire life sucks and it's a waste, but we'll just say it's fine because after we die, it'll be fine because we'll go to heaven. And so we want to talk about something very far out in the sky, not relatable, not down to earth, not tangible at all. We want the gospel. We want the metaphysical science. Because we know that's the way into the woman's uterus. We know that's what she wants. That's going to get her wet. That's going to get us rock hard. Okay, fellas, here we go. The science of the spirit. Here we go, fellas. I'm about to break this down for you. Starting in 3, 2... I'm not going to rap. No, I could break the science down in a rap, like KRS-One. But KRS-One has just begun, okay? And as far as rapping, he's number 1. So I'm going to leave that to him. Okay, here we go, fellas. The science of the spirit. Let's get down into the science talk. The totality, the completion of your journey, that you can say that you have arrived and there is no further to go and you are waiting for your flock to catch up to you. Or you're kissing the other Buddha and enjoying some lunch. And they say when two Buddhas... Oh shit, I fucked it up. I fucked it all up. No, I can't. I'm just a fraud. I'm not a fucking spiritual guy. I want to be a spiritual guy, though. That's why it feels so natural. That's why it's so relatable. That's why you can't hate me if I'm trying so hard to be a spiritual guy, but I'm not. You can't hate me for it, because I'm really trying. It's really not like I'm putting on a fraudulent kind of grifting act, I'm really truly deluded in that I'm believing that I'm enlightened. I really figured it out. Like the guru said, that I gave him all my money. Okay, I'm just joking. I never gave anyone all my money. What my guru said about that, about people who give them money and have gurus, is those are people who are retarded. If you're so retarded that you need a guru and that you have to pay someone money, that's really sad that you're that fucking retarded. That's what Osho said about his followers, basically. I think he had a handful of enlightened sannyasins, and he never said who they were because it would create jealousy. I feel good. There's a voice that said, yeah, because you're fucking stoned. But it was a narrating voice. It wasn't a negative voice. It was a voice saying, would you look at that negative voice? It was a quotation. The negative voice came in a quotation. Could you believe that? That there's some people out there who'd say, yeah, because you're fucking stoned. And they're just so negative. They couldn't just be with the moment for 2 seconds. They couldn't just allow a statement. They'd say, do you want a cookie for it? What are you, just advertising yourself? Showing off? They couldn't accept that you had a moment that left you surprised. That you said out loud, oh, I just had a moment there. And I'm wondering, does that mean I'm negative? Just because I quarantined my negative comment and quotations? Is that the new way of negativity? That you just pose it as something else? Like, no, it's not really negativity. It's just pointing out negativity, how much it sucks. Like the same old addiction or something. I was going to say the same old demon in a new face. And let's get into that. Demons and evil. What's evil in demons? I don't know. I think I already told you what spirituality was, didn't I? Feeling complete and all that stuff. Illuminated and total. That's what I heard, at least. Okay, evil and demons. Evil demons. Well, you got to it's really unfair because the demon says you got to invite me in, obviously. No, don't worry, it's your fault. No, I'm going to fuck you up and it's going to be really unfair and all that, but it's going to be your fault at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you're going to say that you wanted this. Really. That's really what it is. And I'm a fallen angel. I can see through time. I already know all your deepest desires. Okay, this is the thing that's going to set you free. This is the thing that you want. You think that your death is going to be easy? Like you're going to have to part with your body? Like, do you know how seriously scary that's going to be? You're probably going to go into denial and fucking freak out, become a retard last minute, just become insane as you're dying. Just become totally unconscious and insane. Do you think that there's not an equally difficult journey of letting go of your like mental womb? Like there's a mental womb you have to come out of. You have to die to your fantasies, your illusions, your wish fulfillment kind of thinking, your delusional, your egocentric to the point of it being delusional kind of thinking. That's not easy to get rid of. You know, people will like helicopter parent their kids just to keep that feeling alive. Like ruin people's lives just to feel like they matter and they're needed. I'm rock hard right now. Fucking rock hard.